me and Sam's been down here at the barn going through all the wood, trying to pull out the wood that we're going to use for the rest of the siding. Is the problem. We're trying to find poplar, and we went through 4 rows like this one, trying to get back to the back, because that's where we believe it is. But we're going down through. We're also pulling out all the pine for the. We're going to put pine ceilings in the downstairs. We're going to put maple on the wall, so we're getting out all the maple and pine. But we're really looking for a little bit more siding. So hopefully here in another hour or so we'll find that. Yeah. So hopefully soon you'll see us back out there putting siding on.
One of the major differences between going to a big box store or a building supply store versus using your own lumber is the work and the amount of time it takes to get down to the boards you need and the usable lumber. In this video, we want to give you a sense of what it's like to get down to the desired lumber for the project, all the way to the final installation of the boards.
Bugs, what they bring to a dirt wood pile. That just don't look like ash, it looks like maple. Okay, so we'll stop there, we'll back up, we'll get that ash over there. So now, we got into a bunch of ash. We're trying to segregate now. We should have done better when we put the piles in here, then it wouldn't be so hard to find stuff. Because we found a little bit of poplar here, but there's walnut on top of it. The ash on top of that.
Here the guys are restacking the lumber that they had to sort through.
Okay, that's what the city's done. I can get one more row up there, so one good 4, but 3 to 3 on my 4.
It's a lot to do today. There we go, this one.
Today they pulled out some poplar, pine, maple, and oak, although we didn't show any of the oak boards because that is going to be for a later project. But now they're having to put back everything that didn't make the cut for this weekend. Now the guys are restacking the maple and the pine into the workshop. We have plans to use this lumber for ceilings and walls downstairs. All of this will have to be planed, straight edged, and shiplapped, but that will be for another weekend because Troy needs to build a straight edge table to do that whole process. The sawmill can be used to put a relatively straight edge on a board, but nothing like the quality that we will need for the boards for the ceilings, walls, and the flooring. Here is a perfect example. Troy and Sam are using the sawmill to both cut the boards down to size and straight edge them. These are poplar boards that we needed to finally finish the exterior siding. And it works fine to use the sawmill for this application, but it doesn't get the boards as true as we will need them to be for flooring, walls, trim, and in general, all the interior carpentry. This sawmill has saved us a lot of money over the past 25 years. It has run the lumber for our existing house and all of our outbuildings. So we really appreciate the contribution it's given to our family. Of course, the trade-off is the sheer amount of time Troy has spent walking back and forth at this mill. I would figure that Troy has walked many a mile here at this sawmill. A good thing is now our sons are old enough to lend a hand, so not only are we getting some help, but they're getting a real taste of what it takes to process your own lumber from start to finish. Here they are in the shop, and wouldn't you know it, the very first board in through the planer, it was already clogging the vacuum system. The sawdust and the shavings from all of Troy's tools in his shop and the sawmill go into this vacuum system and empty into a manure spreader. And when the manure spreader gets full, he just spreads the shavings out over the fields, our yard, and the garden. Turns out there were some unusual growth rings on a few of the poplar boards, and they really wanted to break off and splinter into long, skinny splinters, and they wanted to clog up the vacuum system altogether. But once they cleared those out of the system and those boards went through, then it all went well. Here we are, now back at the ridge, and the whole process has come full circle because now we're going to use the poplar that the guys took the time to dig out of the barn, then planed and edged, to finally finish the siding here on the north side. And I don't know if you have noticed this small section that we just didn't get to, but it has been driving us crazy. The truth is that we knew it was going to be quite the job to dig down through the stacks of lumber to find what we needed and process it out. But this weekend was finally the weekend to tackle it. Fortunately, we had great weather, cool days and blue skies. Because we decided to enclose the crawl space as kind of an afterthought, we've come along here and we put the bottom pieces of siding on, and now we're having to kind of finesse the boards up under here. And by finesse, I mean brute force plus finesse, right?
Yeah. So where is it right with the B?
Over here.
Measure off the bottom of the board. Let go of that board. Measure off the bottom. 6 inches to the bottom of this one.
Just needs to come up to here.
Is that it?
Yep. And we know those perfect fall days don't last long before the fall rains and the frigid temperatures come. So that's why we're making this last push to hopefully wrap up the exterior before winter hits. Got quite a ways to go.
Okay, I got this side.
It has to go up still a little more.
Yep.
Getting there.
Slow but surely. So, unlike last time, I almost want to start where that end's right, as high as it'll go inside the thing. This one is in there, as high as it'll go. Then you guys stop from there.
Okay.
Might come down just a hair. I get this up in there. All the way to you, yep. Then tap up.
Am I supposed to hold this and hold this and tap up?
You don't have to hold both, you just hold the pry bar. You're right, or you can let go of the crowbar.
Yay, he tackled both corners here on the west side.
What I'm hitting. It's hitting, not that. Guess it's that. I have an angle. Like that, better.
Happy with it?
Yeah, once put the roof on, and then all that gets filled in right there, it'll look fine. I made a pattern for the top, so it just has that notch on the top. When I make my actual box, I got it all figured out first. I tend to have to play around with it a little bit.
Is it not up to the top? don't know if I'm supposed to lift.
I touched on the one. Okay, it's just away from the here about
At this point, we thought we were totally finished with the exterior siding as we installed this last corner, and we were so excited. Then, as we were putting all our tools away for the weekend, we realized that we have 2 more corners left down at the garage. Oh well, that will have to wait for another weekend, and wait we shall. But you know the saying, folks. All good things come to those who wait. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.